What's up, queens? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. I went ahead and took your suggestions off of Instagram. You guys wanted to see a quick, easy, everyday look. This is about as easy as it gets, girl. So I filmed this for you today. I hope that you enjoy it. I try to use as minimal amount of products as possible, and honestly, outside of filming this, it usually takes me under 10 minutes, anywhere between 5 to 10. You can modify anything to your convenience. Use what you have. There's no need in getting extra stuff. I hope that you enjoy it. All the products will be listed down below. Before we move on, please hit that red subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you have suggestions for my next video, leave them in the comments. I appreciate that as well. I think that's all I have to say. Oh, follow me on Instagram, JennaAG_. That'll also be at the top of the description box. And that's it, y'all. I hope that you enjoy this. It's easy, it's fast. So let's get into the video. Okay. Hopefully, that was a big sigh of like, I'm over the rain. Hopefully, y'all can probably hear it, but hopefully it's not too distracting. Okay, first on my super easy everyday look is to moisturize. I did already wash my hands. They're so dry. I should put some of this moisturizer on my actual hands from washing them so damn much. I'm gonna really concentrate it down here since I've been having lots of breakouts. It's been about a week since I did a little retin-A treatment down there, spot treatment, so for the most part that flaky dryness has gone away, but in general I have normal to dry skin. Okay. Voila. Moisturizer done. Foundation, I'm using L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. I also have the 24-hour wear by L'Oreal. That's also really good. But today, I feel like Infallible Pro. Just gonna work off the back of my hand. Stipple. And go. So I like to use, I alternate between beauty sponges and foundation brushes. It just kind of depends on the coverage that I want, or my mood, or whatever's clean. But for this, I find it to be pretty fast with this particular brush. So where I want more coverage here, where I'm badly broken out, I'm just really gonna kind of press it in so I don't thin it out and lighten up that coverage. I'm gonna take it down my neck. I always take it down my neck, not too far in general, just so that the color is nice and cohesive. You don't see that harsh demarcation where your foundation ends and your natural skin begins. But for the sake, did you guys like that? For the sake of all of my breakouts, I'm putting more than usual here because it's looking a little rough. So if you're a full coverage girl, go for full coverage. If you like more light, go for more light. If you like BB cream, tinted moisturizers, you could always take a full coverage foundation if you have one and actually dilute it like on the back of your hand with 1 or 2 pumps of moisturizer. You can make your own tinted moisturizer. If you're just like running errands or somewhere where you don't really want to waste all of that foundation. We don't really need that full coverage because you're not going out, you know? Let's be honest, none of us are going out. But it's an option. Okay, for concealer, I'm also going to work off the back of my hand. This is Colourpop No Filter Concealer. This right, concentrate it more on the inner eye because that's where I have more discoloration. Again, similar technique as your foundation. Really press into the areas that you need more coverage and then blend away the edges. If I go all the way in back and forth, I'm gonna really kind of diffuse and dilute out the pigmentation. And if you don't need that much coverage, then go for it. But if you want more coverage, you're gonna just wanna really press it into the skin as opposed to blending it away. That'll work for me. Concealer done. Hey. All right, let's set it. A little bit of Maybeline FITME. This is Set and Smooth from normal to dry skin. It's not the matte one. I just want to press this into place so that it doesn't crease. Looking up. Really getting into fine lines. Around the nose where it tends to break up a little bit more. And because I'm dry, I'm not going to really go in and set my whole face with this light everyday look. I'm really just going to hit the middle of my cheek zone and down around my jawline where I need a little bit more coverage. And again, because of my breakouts, I don't want the foundation to separate down there. Powder, brush. So if you want more of a matte look, by all means hit your whole face. If you have a problem with getting shiny, hit your whole face with the powder, right? I'm gonna kind of leave the perimeter around here, kind of my forehead, and the bronzing zones untouched by the powder. I'm gonna use my NYX Matte Bronzer. Powder brush. I'm not gonna do like a crazy contour. Just wanna give myself a little bit of color back. So I like to start in the hairline. Lost my train of thought there. First place that you lay your brush down is gonna have the most pigmentation, right? So if we start in the front of our face and drag up and down, backwards, we're gonna have the most concentrated pigmentation towards the front of our face, which is very unnatural looking. So when we start in our hairline, where naturally there's always more of a deeper shadow going on here, if you can kind of see where my cheekbone lays, it's a little bit more forgiving if you happen to put too much product on the brush or on your face when you're starting further back. And then whatever excess is left is going to lightly drag forward. The same way the sun would naturally hit your face and give you a little bit more pigmentation around your hairline. Oh, I'm throwing things. You can also for being blonde, it's not as easy to really get away with blending your bronzer into the hairline. Although right now I have some crazy roots because it's quarantine, but you can take your brush and let's say you had too much, you could really just blend away that excess into the hairline. A little bit more forgiving that way, right? It's always easier to add more product to the front if you need more product than it is to take it away. So starting further back, working your way forward, that's a good little tip I like to share with people too. They're learning how to do that. All right, I'm gonna dip into some blush. This is like a face palette I created with some MAC Pro colors. I'm gonna use this really light peachy shade. This was a limited edition one. I depotted it, so there's no name on it, sorry. But any light peach or pink, whatever you prefer. I like to use a really fluffy brush for this. Like this has no no density to it whatsoever. You see how flat it gets? This is, I want to say, yeah, this is a lime crime brush. I got this as a gift for Christmas, like in a little lip set. But the reason I like to do that is because, again, less pigmentation. So I'm just gonna sweep that from the apples, cheesy, and back into the bronzer. So it really just kind of melts into one. Fast. Now I'm just gonna set it with my, wow, get it together, my Morphe setting spray. Boom. All right, so let's move on to the brows. I'm going to use my NYX Brow, what is this called? Eyebrow Powder Pencil. If you are a powder girl, use a powder. If you're a pencil girl, use a pencil. I like this one because it's double-ended. Gives you kind of the illusion of a powder, I guess, which is hence the name, but it has the spoolie attached to one end, so that's helpful. The key with this one though, because it's more of like a crayon, is to keep it really sharp. That's how you're gonna get some more precision. And I just like to start at the bottom, little tiny hair strokes, just kind of filling in the areas that are more sparse. This is a natural look, so we don't need to go for like a full-blown, like sculpted brow. And then I'm going to take, this is the Essence eyebrow gel, and I'm just going to kind of hit the longer hairs toward the center of my brow just to really hold them into place. My brows are a little thin on the tail, so I don't need too much down there. All right, now I'm gonna do some lashes. By lashes, I mean mascara, maybe a little liner, and that's it for the eyes, guys, honestly. I keep it about as simple as I can. Okay, so I'm gonna use a little bit of a brown eye kohl. This is obviously much loved because it's extremely tiny, but this is Teddy Eye Kohl from MAC. I'm going to not tight line inside my waterline. I'm actually just going to roughly drag it along my actual lash line, like slightly underneath, kind of on that outer fourth, if you will. And this is an eye kohl, so it's meant to smudge out. This is not the pencil that you would just lay or tight line on the eye and leave it be. Otherwise it will run on you and kind of smudge and smear, and then you're like, this eyeliner is terrible. And it's not terrible, that's just not what it's meant for. If you want a waterproof liner, use a waterproof liner that you can actually go in and tight line, or water resistant. This is not the one, this is an eye kohl. I'm gonna take kind of a stiff shader brush and just kind of buff that out along the lash line. I'm gonna curl my lashes. This is a MAC eyelash curler. I've had this one for, oh my gosh, I can't even tell you. When I first started working here, maybe? What was that, 11 years ago? Still works. Still works. I like to curl once before, do a layer of mascara, curl again when they're dry. And the reason is because I feel like it holds a curl better, right? So mascara and lash curling, it's really kind of like volumizing and thickening the lash, right? So consider it the same way you would kind of do your hair. You'd probably, if you were gonna tease or back comb your hair to get volume, you'd probably spray a little bit, back comb, spray it again, right? Same idea. You're gonna curl, apply your mascara, and really concentrate it down at the roots, closest to the lash line. Comb it up. Once it sets into place and dries, we'll go in and curl it again to hold that pattern. all of your lashes, they do not grow in the same pattern or formation, right? Like similar to your brows, everyone's got like a favorite side that they prefer, or same when you part your hair on one side versus the other, maybe you have a cowlick, your lashes are no different. So when you're looking for like the fullest effect on the lash, you really have to manipulate and comb the lashes into the position that you want to get a full fanned effect. Does that make sense? So like your inner lashes here, you have to really turn your mascara wand and delicately kind of pull and comb the lashes toward the middle of the nose. When you're working on the outer corner lashes, you're not just going to go up and up and up or zigzag back and forth. You're going to want to pull the lashes out to really give them that full fanned effect. When you're working through the center of the eye, you're going to want to go up, starting at the base. Alright you guys, we're back. My lashes have set. Now I feel comfortable. A lot of people don't like to curl their lashes after they have mascara on. They think they're going to pull their lashes out, they're going to stick. Maybe that's been your experience, hasn't been mine, prayerfully. So now that they are fully dry, you do just want to be a little bit more delicate and careful. Take your time. So I'll go back in with the lash curler, starting really close to the lash line. And I'm not going to really hold it. I just kind of like to give it a couple little pumps. There we go. Give it a nice little push. Okay, we're going to do the same thing to the other side. Get really close to the lash line. And give it a couple pumps. Not holding it in the same spot for too long. That's it. Kind of just fan them out with my finger. That's it. But to me, it makes a big difference. All right, so I'm gonna do more of a nude, everyday kind of lip for me. This is Oak Lip Liner from MAC. And then I'm gonna go in with Myth lipstick from MAC. This is a satin. Yes, so it's like a demi matte. Now if you really went in with this color, it could be extremely light for a lot of people. So I'm just gonna kind of dab it through the middle. I'm naturally pretty fair, so it's not as light on me. And then last, I don't always do gloss, but I just feel like to kind of set it off a little bit, I'm gonna add just a hint through the center. So this is the completed look, you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something new. I hope you like it. If you do, don't forget to subscribe, share with your friends, holler at your girl. We'll talk on Instagram. We'll talk on the tube. Oh, you know what? Jesus, take the wheel. That's it for this video, you guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Let's go.